There was no Kevin Durant to the Suns kind of trade, but I think the Knicks, the Thunder, and the Mavericks won the trade deadline. The Knicks, they got Bojan from the Pistons, 20 point per game kind of score, elite score. Him off the bench with Josh Hart and Alec Burks from the Pistons as well. Alec Burks, couple playoffs ago with the Knicks, he was one of their best scorers off the bench. Him and D Rose, they were carrying the Knicks offense in the playoffs. So really exciting getting that guy back in the building for the Knicks. And that bench is going to be fucking lethal. The depth of this Knicks team is crazy and scary. Jalen Brunson's having a great year. So those additions improve the Knicks' chances to make the Eastern Conference Finals, maybe the finals too. Boston and the Knicks, that could potentially go 7 games. The Mavericks getting Daniel Gafford, rim protector, a lob threat, Derek Lively, he's dealing with his injuries. So, I think he fits in that role while Lively's out for a little bit. Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell, those guys, they're not good enough to get the job done, especially if you got to go against the big man in Denver. Jokic, it's not gonna cut it. So I like those additions. And then PJ Washington, you only gave up Seth Curry and you gave up, Grant Williams. Grant Williams was good at the beginning of the year, but last 40 games, he's been struggling. So you can afford to get rid of him. And Seth Curry has been DMP majority of this season. So I really like PJ Washington at the power forward position for the Mavericks. He could shoot at all levels, and defensively, he's not terrible, but he's right in the middle of that. So I really like what he's done this season too with the Hornets. Last season he was pretty good too, but recently he's been on a tear. So the Mavericks, they improved their front court. They did what they needed to do to build around Luka and Kyrie. The OKC Thunder, Gordon Hayward, the right veteran presence for them in this locker room, a guy that's not ball dominant. He's not going to take the ball out of the younger guy's hands, and he's still going to impact this team. Off the bench, he could give you 14 tonight. And that's really all the Thunder need. And this just is a perfect fit for this young team. You got a lot of guys on TikTok, but Gordon Hayward's going to come in and have a presence in this locker room, I think. So I really like what the Thunder did this trade deadline. They didn't give up too much picks for a guy like Laurie Marketing. They didn't go that route. They went, a cheaper route. And it's not going to obviously be the same production, but I think it's still going to be effective. But this next year, I think this will be the best division in football.